I'm using Pittsburgh defense this game. And I'm thinking about because I might draft a DN and either put him at D end or put him at outside linebacker, or move my one DN to outside linebacker. And the way my DNs are built, they're flexible. I got one guy that's like 285. So he can play literally tackle or DNs or
It's week 15 of the National Football League, and we've got Breece Hall. He'll be a focal point of his offense this week. It's the Cowboys and the Eagles coming up.
Will Reichert has it all teed up. And here we go from AT&T Stadium. Return coming from the 6. And this drive will start inside the 25. So here come the Eagles for their opening drive. And it'll be their second-year quarterback who's bringing them out.
Just an all-around great performance from him last week, K, to the win. Those 2 touchdowns he had played a big part in the victory, no question. But so did keeping it clean, not throwing a pick. You want to become friendly with your own defense? Make sure they don't have any extra possessions to defend. He did his job, and so did his teammates.
Another carry for him. And that one's forward for 1, maybe 2 yards. That was Micah Parsons making that play. A less than ideal 3rd and 8 here. Takes the handoff, now to throw. Has it downfield, working the left. And he'll be brought down after getting it to the 47-yard line. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he's short of the first after a mild gain. 2nd and 6 coming up here. From the 43. Finds him on the slant. And he's able to get this down to the 36. And they've got themselves another 1st and 10. Here's a give up the middle. And they'll bottle this up after a 4-yard gain. That was Micah Parsons making that play. 2nd and 6 coming up here. From the 32. Has him on the quick hitter. And they bring him down. Looks like he got it to the 27. Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2. Trying to throw here out of the gun. That's caught for the 1st. And he stopped just before he reaches the red zone at the 21. Back to pass on 1st and 10. Completed over the middle. And he's able to get this down to the 13. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. They are throwing it again. Juke the defender. And they bring him down at the 7-yard line. This drive has been excellent. A few shots now. It's starting with 6 as they come up on it. 1st and goal. He'll throw it yet again. Has the Philadelphia touchdown. The Eagles finish up an excellent opening series. Well, you couldn't ask for a better start to a game than that. The offense taking it all the way down the field and finishing with 6.
These opening drives, Kate, are such tone setters. It is why every offense loves to script their first 15 plays, right? Everybody knows what's coming. Allows you during the practice week to get into rhythm, but even better when you're that sharp, that crisp, and you finish off and get the early lead.
Here's Groupie on now to handle the kickoff. The return starts at the 18. And he was pushing for midfield there before they finally dragged him down at the 45. So here come the Cowboys for their opening drive. Leading them out, someone with a big arm and a field general's mindset, Drake May.
As you take the field coming off of a real late season bye, you just want to maximize what last week was all about. Making sure that physically, mentally, emotionally, you're recharged so you can go attack the final stretch of this season.
Throwing the out route complete. And he's going to be across midfield close to the 45 before going out. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Here's Breece Hall on the ground for the first time. And they don't allow a lane to form. Defense taking care of that play near the line. The handoff on 3rd and short. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away. The Cowboys sending out their punting unit. And this will fly out of bounds to deny a return. They're going to mark it a little before the 20. The Eagles about set to get going for their second drive. And they take the field exactly where they want it to be, Brock. Up a touchdown early and with the home crowd a little quieter than normal.
I'm not going to lie to you, Kate. I think most quarterbacks, competitors love playing on the road when they do just this. Just quiet them. Like, turn them against their own team. They were quiet after that opening touchdown. You score another one, and start to murmur, and we might even hear a few boo birds.
And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line. Just a gain of 1, and that brings up 2nd and 9. Setting up a throw. Complete out to the right. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. Shotgun snap, they're going to throw. And his perfect start is over. And that's the first one of his throws to wind up incomplete. Second and 10 now. That's going to be an incomplete pass on the throw to the right. No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. They'll throw it. And even on 3rd down, he sees no choice other than to get rid of it. Not the play they wanted. It's going to be 4th down.
Everybody wants to play quarterback until a play like that. Almost no resistance off the ball and the defense ready to maul you. It was all he could do to get rid of it before he gets just clocked.
And it's out of bounds without a whole lot of room for error. He hit it well. They're saying it's out at the 4. The Cowboys and Breece Hall about set to go on offense. And you can see he's done his part on offense this season, sitting 2nd right now in the league in rushing touchdowns. They'll start this one out with Hall. And he's brought down up at the 6-yard line. 3 yards on the first down play, and that brings up 2nd and 7.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
Operating from the gun, here's May. He just kept going the wrong way, and that's going to cost him. That is a safety. That one is not going to get any easier to watch during film study, Brock. Some chances to go down, but instead opting to keep extending the play, and then all of a sudden in the end zone for a safety.
Yeah, ultimately there just comes a time where you've got to understand where you are on the field, right? Hey, I'm trying to make a play. I'm trying to make a play. That's all great in the middle of the field. But when you're in the danger zone like this, and you can give that defense 2 points and energize the other side, you got to know where you are on the field and just get rid of the ball.
New slated downs to approach here from the 40. Play action on first down. Caught, nice gain left side. And they push this down to the opposing 47-yard line. They're now set for first and 10. Lone back gets the handoff. He's contained at the line for no gain. Brought down by Riq Woolen. Second and 10. Need to get some positive yardage here. Now looking to throw. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
That play right there, Kate, that just goes to show you can't take any completion for granted. Even some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
That is caught along the sideline, and he gets the feet down. Wow! A new set of downs forthcoming. It's first and 10. He'll throw it. Finds him over the middle. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, you just find a way to get him the ball.
So they opt for the shorter pass later in the progression on that play, Brock, but man, the defense took that away too.
Well, what they tell us yesterday in those production meetings, nothing comes easy. No easy completions from shots down the field to those checkdowns to the running back. Wanted to make this offense earn everything. They just did.
A new set of downs awaits them. Here's first and 10. Lone back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. Looks like play has been paused. We've got a timeout taken by the defense. Back to the well again. And he's caught behind the line for a loss. So now here's 3rd and 5. They're throwing it. Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass. Looking for his wide receiver there. And that leaves them with 4th and 5. Mickey kick is good. And this one is center chains. Couldn't have hit that much better.
That's the type of long, sustained drive that takes some of the starch out of your opponent. The only negative is that the kicking team was out there for a field goal and not an extra point. But they do come away with 3.
Short kick gathered in at the 15. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. And there's only one team satisfied with their spot in the playoffs right now, and that's the one currently at the top. A lot of time left for everybody else to jostle for better position, or simply for one of the 7 spots available. They start the drive with Hall. And he gets taken down immediately right at the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. May now from the gun. Short pass brought in. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 5.
1 quarter down for these two NFC East. Second quarter all set to begin, and it'll be Cowboys football. They have it on 3rd and 5. Can't find anyone open, and he's forced to throw it away.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
4th down, and on comes the punt team, and the kick's away. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. It's a 54-yard punt that time. And the Eagles will take possession. Philadelphia getting ready to go on offense. And their last drive did end in points. Not as many as they wanted, though. They had to settle for that field goal despite advancing the football pretty well. They gained 14 on the play. And that's a Philadelphia 1st down.
Now, don't think for a second they're going to slow down the tempo. Defense on their heels. And right now is the best chance to go push that envelope and get aggressive.
And he runs this up close to midfield at about the 48. 2nd and 6 coming up here. From the 48. And that one looked like an interception for a second. Instead, it's incomplete. Defender couldn't hang on to it. 3rd down coming up. Throwing with a blitz on the way. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the defense comes through to back them up ahead of 4th down.
In theory, Kate, that's exactly what complementary man coverage is supposed to look like. The DBs, well, they're sticky on the back end of it. The front end, that pass rush, it makes an impact. It gets home. But, of course, we know it's not that simple. It is really tough to lock down a full field for more than a second or two.
So no return on that punt. And the Cowboys will get set to go on offense. The Cowboys offense now headed back to the field. And it's far from the first time we're seeing this unit head out, Brock. But what we haven't seen so far in this opening half, well, we haven't seen much in terms of yardage.
No, it's like they've written a few lyrics, but nowhere close to a song yet.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Hall takes it straight ahead. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Let's see what they draw up on this 3rd and 7. From the gun, it's May. Just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. 4th down coming up.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Dallas sends its punting unit onto the field. And he's certainly been staying busy. Once again, he's out to punt and sends this flying. Fair catch called for, and he brings it in. Looks like right at about the 29-yard line. No return on that punt. And they'll get ready to go on offense. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing. That one's complete, right side. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in. 2nd and 4. Brought in right side. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. 1st and 10 from the 41. Pass play coming here. Connecting on the slant. And this is marked down right along that 40-yard line. That play goes for 19 and a new set of downs.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
New slate of downs to approach here from the 40. They'll throw it again. Finds his man over the middle. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. They'll run now on 2nd down. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a 1st down.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great blocking to spring them. Guys hitting blocks downfield, and a back who can show off his wheels.
And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
And he gets this down to the 22 before being stopped. It's only a gain of 1. Back-to-back misfires on the ground, and they're facing 3rd and long. He'll look to throw. We've got a screen to the running back. And this one doesn't go far.
It's plays like that, Kate, right wrong. Where I sit and judge the defense. I judge the awareness. I judge how well that coordinator's got him equipped to see what's going on the field, and not just see it, but attack it. And they devoured that screen game on 3rd down.
Mickatomi's kick is good. And they come away with some points on that series.
Okay, one of the areas that kickers and quarterbacks are similar, they want to get into rhythm, and no better way to feel good and get into that rhythm and start a game 2 for 2 as a kicker.
Returning in from the 16. They'll bottle him up as he gets the return to the 30. The Cowboys offense headed out there. And they're still looking for their first signs of life on offense. Haven't even been able to get a first down off this defense just yet. May on 1st and 10. He's got it over the middle. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line. Great start to the drive. They're up in the neighborhood of midfield after just one play. First down throw for May. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's going to go down right along the midfield stripe. 2nd and 6 coming up here.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the 50-yard line.
Coming right is Hall. And he's going to be brought down after reaching the 43. He gets 6 on that play. And that's good for a Cowboys first down.
First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Here's May. Complete out to the right side. And they bring him down around the 34.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on first down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for second down. In the 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
And they get this all the way down to the 16-yard line. Give him 18 yards on that play, Brock, and it gets him a first down. From the red zone now. Completed over the middle. And this one does not go far. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. They'll go right side with Hall. And that play is brought to a halt, they're going to say, at the 5-yard line. It's a double-digit gain, 10 yards, and now they've got 1st and goal. Here's May to the air. The shot to the end zone is incomplete. Took his shot at 6 that time. Now we are getting a challenge. Mike McCarthy wants to take another look at that last play.
Previous play is under review.
Oh, this one is really close, Brock. Did he establish possession and then get both feet down?
Yeah, maintain.
All right, so that challenge is unsuccessful, but still a chance to earn a 3rd one if their next challenge leads to an overturned call. Shotgun snap, a give to Hall. And they'll make this stop after a small push to the 5. So now, here's 3rd and goal. Throwing is May. And he takes it into the end zone for a Dallas touchdown. The Cowboys start to fight back with their first points of this game. C.D. Lamb with the touchdown. And they've loved the scoring production he's brought out of their offense. That touchdown gives him 10 on the season. Now it's Will Reichert on for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Cowboys get it back to within 1 score. All right, that lead cut down to 8 after that score, and the kick is away. Here's a return from the 7. Finds some space, he's past the 30. And it's a nice return here. They'll tackle him shy of the 35. The Eagles ready for their next series, led out on offense by their quarterback. Here's 1st and 10 from the 34. And he sure has put on that chef's hat to dice up their defense early in this one. Quite the appetizer that he's prepared to what could be a great overall performance. We're to the 2-minute warning from AT&T. The Eagles trying to make some noise before halftime. Offense to the line for 2nd down. Pass play now. And he can't reel it in. Incomplete. Was Devontae Smith the intended receiver? So they're left facing 3rd and long. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he's going to get up to about the 33, but no more. Now Dallas is going to call its second timeout. The Eagles are in punt formation. And he collects the fair catch just inside the 35. The Cowboys and quarterback Drake May ready to go once more on offense. And we're all hoping his hot start can continue. He's been putting up some numbers early in this contest. To the air on first down, May. Escapes the puck. The Eagles swarm in and take him down. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
I'm not sure that deficit's going anywhere anytime soon. If anything, this is a defense that sees their offense creating not a ton of separation on the board, knowing they've got to shoulder the load. And sacks like that go a long ways towards doing it.
Another try following the sack. That's caught. It's Breece Hall. He gets it forward for a gain of 3. That's Nolan Smith there for the stop. So a really tough spot here. This is 3rd and a country mile. Hall running between the tackles. And they take him down at the 24-yard line. Philadelphia going to spend its 2nd timeout. Punter takes the field on 4th down, and he sends this one flying. Fair catch made here at the 30.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
They've got 1st down from the 31. Airing it out to start this drive. Caught for big yards on the right side. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. That goes for 36 yards. And that's good for an Eagles 1st down. Did not like what he was seeing, Brock, and he just hurls this one away. Couldn't connect on 1st. It's 2nd down. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. He sends this one to the end zone. And that's going to be knocked away, incomplete.
I don't fault the look downfield at all. I mean, that's just a situation there where it's a better defensive play than the offense executing.
Toward the sideline, and he's got it. Impressive play, but they are well shy of the 1st down. Now, just before the break, a timeout taken by the offense, and they can try for some points going into the break.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
So as we reach halftime, we see the visiting Eagles taking a lead. We'll catch up with the rest of the league later on. We're right through halftime and on to the start of the 3rd quarter. Here's Groupie on now to handle the kickoff. Kick taken in here at the 17. And in the end, Brock, an exciting touchback as the return comes out to the 30. Dallas with its offense headed out for our first possession of the half. They'll try to get that ground game established better than they did in the opening half, Brock. See if they can attack that deficit. Drive start to the quick throw left, complete. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. From the 38. Short pass brought in. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down. That one ends up a gain of 6. And it'll be 1st down, Dallas. Operating from the gun, here's May. Finds him over the middle. And they're going to haul him down just shy of the 40. Big gain, 14 on the play. And that's good for a Cowboys 1st down.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
To the air yet again, May. Throw complete to Lamb. And he'll get this down to the 33-yard line. 2nd and 3 now.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3. At the Eagles' 33-yard
Throwing it again here. Looking slant route, complete. And he's able to take this one down to the 25. To the line we go. They're set, 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
It's taken in by Lamb. And they limit the damage just a few yards on that gain. Bernardo Green with that tackle. 2nd down now, 7 to go. They start the half with a give to Hall. Gets to space right side. And he is into the end zone for a Dallas touchdown. The Cowboys cut into the lead coming out of halftime. Breece Hall with the touchdown. Well, Brock started small at first, but then he found that lane, and it was a race to the end zone from that point on.
And it takes a little bit of everybody. How many times do we hear these coaches tell us, if you're going to get a run play for a big gain, it takes the whole group, all 10 of them around him have to do their job. Got to block up front, receivers got to block on the perimeter, they all get it done, and a big chunk run follows.
Critical two-point play there, Brock. The conversion puts them now in range of tying this sucker up with a field goal.
So different for everybody in the building, right? A 3-point game, and especially different for the kicker. He wasn't needed there, but get yourself ready. Your defense does the job. You may need a game-tying field goal at some point soon.
Ball is set up, and it's away. Just a 3-point game now. This return starts at the 5. And pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. The Eagles are being led back out there. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Lone back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Kid, I'll never forget walking into the Hall of Famer Dwight Freeney's meeting room with those defensive linemen. The late, great John Tierlink, his coach, he had a little sign up in his office, and it was sacks, and that money sign was the S, because ends and D linemen make their money with sacks. But you win games when they stop the run like that for a tackle for loss.
Back to throw. Dumps it off to his running back. And he'll get it up to the 44. The drive picks up here, 1st and 10. Here's the lone back on the handoff. And he's tackled for a short gain. 2nd down now, 7 to go. From the 47. He misfired on that one. It's behind his man. Not on the same page with his tight end. So now they're going to have to figure out this 3rd down. They'll try and throw it here. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the defense comes through. That's going to back them up and bring up 4th down. They'll bring out the punter here. And he's going to try to give his defense a long field to defend. The fair catch taken in at the 28-yard line. The Cowboys and this running back headed back out for a new series. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. And I think they'd be content doing everything the same as their prior drive and getting another touchdown here. From the gun, it's May. Hall there to haul it in. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down. Options are open here. It's 2nd and inches. Going play action, May. Got Lamb, and it's complete. And he'll get them enough for a 1st down. New slated downs to approach here from the 40. On 1st down, here comes Hall. And he's able to power this forward, but they stop him after 2 yards.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
And like an empty wrapper, he just throws that one away.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
And he just gets rid of this one, but unfortunately, that means fourth down coming up.
So often, so many of these games in the NFL, well, they come down to a play or two, and third downs are critical. Whether it's in a close game or already out of hand, their coach wants to see them convert those.
And he's got this fair catch right along the 12-yard line. That punt goes unanswered, no return there. And the Eagles will be backed up a good bit to begin the drive. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing. Finds him on the slant. And he's going to be touchdown. Brock looks to be a couple yards shy of that marker. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Right up the gut. And he got there to make the stop at the line of scrimmage. Nothing gained or lost on that run, and now it's 3rd and 3. They give it to him again. And he's brought down for a loss.
Hey, range is not an optional feature for middle linebackers in today's game. It's a prerequisite for the job. And this guy definitely has it. Followed that play from the start, and he ended it with a loss.
Punting unit out now. And he's going to do the honors for the 4th time today. And he'll haul in this punt. Fair catch made at the 45-yard line. The Cowboys have it in great field position as they come up to the line, 1st and 10. Here's a give to Hall. And he's caught behind the line for a loss. Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11.
May now from the gun. Throwing the out route complete. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. 3rd and just 2 to go.
Brings up 3rd and 2.
To throw, here's May. That's caught for the 1st. And he takes it just inside the 40, down to the 39. All right, set now, 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
May to throw it. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's short of the 1st after a mild gain. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 33-yard line.
Still sticking with the passing game. Has it at the 7. And he gets the 1st just before he's tackled.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
First down from the red zone. Touchdown, Dallas. So that, Brock, an important score here as they move out in front.
You know, Kate, this is the time of the game where fatigue starts to set in every once in a while, but that right there was a determined-looking drive. They were not going to be denied and able to score and take the lead.
Reichert on for the point after. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Cowboys take a 4-point lead. Here's Reichert set to kick this away. Returning it from the 4. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. The Eagles ready to set up shop on offense. And I'm sure they're tired of bringing out the punter, Brock. They're hopefully going to give him some rest this time around and find some points to go after that lead. Offense ready to begin this drive, 1st and 10. Dropping back to throw. He's on the move. And they get to him as he was trying to make something happen. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up. Hand off to the back. And he'll fight for what he can to the 15. Defense looking to defend the marker on 3rd down. Looking for a throw here. Wow, wide open here, complete. And he flips the field for them before being taken down.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
First and 10 now from the 30. He's going to throw this one. Can't connect over the middle. It's incomplete. So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. 3rd and 4 coming up now. Back to throw now. Escapes the pocket. He'll make a bid for it on the ground. And he slides down with enough to pick up that first. 8 yards on the gain, and the drive continues forward.
You know, Kate, back in the day, we had a slip and slide at practice for moments just like that. Actually practicing how to slide and get out of harm's way. Nice gain on the play. And denied that defense yet another chance to take a shot on him.
He gets a couple on first, and they'll come up 2nd and 8. That's completed out to the right. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. All right, Cowboys showing nickel set, 3rd down. Complete beyond the marker. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage. Goal to go. It's a pass play. And he's going to score. Touchdown, Philadelphia. The Eagles take a 4th quarter lead. It's a Devontae Smith touchdown. This to go up by a field goal here in the 4th. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Eagles push their lead to 3. Here's Groupie on now to handle the kickoff. Return starts from the 16. And great starting field position here as they bring him down beyond the 40. The home team's headed back out on offense. Their quarterback returning to the field now. And he has to be happy about his game. We're checking some of the highlights right now that he's made so far. The Cowboys have it in great field position as they come up to the line, 1st and 10. Here's May. Throwing quickly, but it's incomplete.
Hey, I know nobody's perfect, and all you have to do is listen to me and how many words I screw up. But you certainly expect those throws of that length to be 100%. They've got to be borderline automatic in this offense.
And he won't get it there. Defender finds a throw and breaks it up.
Read and react, read and react, read and react. Got to read where the quarterback's eyes are going, and you got to react as he begins to throw to get to a spot and knock it away.
Complete out to the right side. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line. The Cowboys setting out their punting unit. And this is the 5th time he's been called upon today. And he sends this away, definitely his best kick of the game thus far. And he'll bring in this fair catch at the 13. We don't get a return out of that punt. And the Eagles will take possession. This offense and their quarterback making their way back out there, ready to take over once again. And on that last drive, Brock, he crossed a notable threshold in passing yards for the season. Always nice when you can reach one of those plateaus to look back on after the year's over. In the middle holds, they don't get anything on the run. 2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. Another carry for him. And he found some running room for a nice gain. 7 yards on the carry. Now they've got 3rd and 3. Back-to-back carries here. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away. On now comes their punter. And he's hoping for a well-placed strike. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. And they may say they're not paying attention, but everybody maintaining a constant eye on the current playoff picture. A lot on the line each week for the teams that think they have what it takes to make a run in the postseason. And he reaches midfield and starts driving into Eagles territory. He managed 6 on the play, bringing up 2nd and 4. Here's Hall once more. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
What was supposed to move the chains, or at least make 3rd down easier to handle instead, well, did the exact opposite here, Kate. It now makes this 3rd down a whole lot trickier to figure out.
May now on 3rd down. Hits him on the out route. And they're going to bring him down at the 36. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And it'll be 1st down, Dallas.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
Short pass brought in. And defenders arriving in support to finish him off at the line.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 36-yard line.
2nd and 10 now. That one's complete right side. And they stop him. He's marked down along that 18-yard line. They'll get 18 yards there. And that's good for a Cowboys 1st down. Finds a man right side. And he'll go down here at the 16. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd
To the air yet again, May. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
A loss of 9 on the play. Brings up 3rd down.
They run. Here's Hall. And he has it down officially to the red zone at the 20. He gets him 6, but it brings up 4th down.
Fans love the long ball in baseball. It's like they got the home run derby, but you know what? Talk to managers, and they will tell you small ball can win too. Singles and doubles, you add them up, you can win a lot of baseball games. Football coaches will tell you, you get runs of that length, it may not be a home run, it may not score points, but it can do some serious damage. After I'd imagine dozens of kicks into that net on the sideline staying warm, Kate, he finally gets his chance to knock a field goal through the uprights. And of course, he wasn't going to whiff on that opportunity.
He stopped on the return at the 27. The Eagles back out on offense. They're running back headed out once again. And those legs must be tired, but he ain't stopping, Brock. Not with the type of game that he's been having for himself on the ground. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Blown back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Back to the well again. And he's going to be brought down at the 42. Still on the move, coming to the line for 1st and 10. Blown back, gets the handoff. And he drives it up past the 45. Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. Give now to the running back. And he'll take it past the midfield stripe and start the push into Cowboys territory. 3rd and a lone yard coming up. Looking to throw. Short pass caught by his tight end. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. 5 yards on that play and enough for a new set of downs. From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. He's dropping back to throw. Finds him over the middle. And they make the stop. We're going to say it about the 37-yard line. 2nd and 3 now. Here he is to throw. This finds Smith. And he takes it across the 30 before heading out. Offense set for a 1st and 10. Here's the handoff. And that run very short, only getting to the 27. The Cowboys signaling for their first time out. The give here on 2nd. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Now Dallas is going to call its 2nd timeout. They'll run it here on 3rd down. And he's brought down for a loss. The defense takes its 3rd and final timeout. That one is good! And late in the 4th, they have grabbed a lead.
That's called getting his job done, Kate, drilling it right through. And now they're in position to win this game. Now it's on some of those guys who are out there with them on the kick, those defenders, to hang on to this lead to give them the win.
Short kick here, fielded at the 15. The return manages to get just beyond the 30. The Cowboys about set to take over. And they brought out their kicker for a field goal their last possession. This time they'll look to bring him out for an extra point instead. They've got 1st down from the 31. Back to throw. Has it downfield, working the left. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. And he's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there. When you saw the field, it's going to be 2nd down. He'll look to throw it. Completed over the middle. Decent gain here, but short of the 1st. Cowboys have to get moving here. Clock's still running. And even on 3rd down, he sees no choice other than to get rid of it. Not the play they wanted. It's going to be 4th down.
You know, 3rd and short is a difficult one to call. Do you want to run into the teeth of a defense looking for that handoff, or try to throw it to him and use the element of surprise? Evidently, well, that's one they should have run instead.
A lot of pressure on this kick for Will Reichard. Needs a good amount here, too. 51 yards away. And it's on its way and through. He hit it from deep. And inside the final minute, they've tied this up.
These are the moments, Kate, when you realize how valuable a clutch kicker is. When he's the only guy out there and everybody relying on him. And he delivers.
And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. Setting up to pass. To the sideline it goes. He's got it beyond the marker. Looks Looks like he stayed in as well. In quite the time crunch here, Brock, but still 2 timeouts to burn. It's first down. Looking right, and he finds him. And he's tackled after getting this to the opposing 46. So a timeout's taken, just 5 seconds left. And after the pause, we're going to see our last play of the game. And he'll get it down to the 24-yard line. That's going to do it for regulation, so some bonus football in store for all those fans in the stands. We're headed for overtime. So as we go through this coin toss, Brock, I'm sure most of our fans know it, but this is something that can decide the game. If the team who gets it first scores a touchdown, the game is over. But if they only kick a field goal, their opponent gets it with a shot to win or tie. And if we play beyond those 2 possessions, the next score would then win. And hopefully this conclusion will be just as exciting as our opening 4 quarters. The kick is away here in overtime. Brings in the kick at the 9. This return makes it up to the 37 as he's tackled. Philadelphia's offense back out for another drive. And they've fought hard, not just against their opponents on the field, Brock, but the tens of thousands of opponents in the stands. And it's led them to a chance to now silence everybody here in overtime. Back to the line they go. It's second down. Throwing from the gun. Complete out to the right. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs. They'll run here on first down. And he's caught behind the line for a loss. All right, here we go. Second down. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. And that's incomplete, but he might have done a little too much to cause that. Flag comes out, and this could be interference.
Defense.
And it's as we expected, partner. We call pass interference, so put it at the spot and give him that first down. Back to pass on 1st and 10. He's on the move. He takes it himself. And he's going to be brought down at the 35-yard line. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Here's the lone back on the handoff. And in a rarity today, he's stopped at the line of scrimmage. 3rd down, 1 yard to go. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he'll get it down to the 24-yard line. They have themselves another 1st and 10. He's got Smith. And they've got him down near the red zone at the 22. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. Looking to the air here. This one is hit by a defender and winds up incomplete. Clean breakup on that throw. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long. Back to throw. And he's made the catch to silence this crowd. It's a touchdown. This game is over. When you reach the status that he has around the league, Brock, well, we all at this point expect him to be making plays like this when he's targeted down near the end zone.
Yeah, I think the best thing I can say about this dude is he makes it look easy a lot of the time. And this game, trust me, is never easy. It speaks to how well he plays this position.
So the Eagles will fly out of here with a road win. And it took some extra effort, Brock, some bonus football.